G'day again. Today I'm back on Chapman's track, which runs off the Antimony mine track. So what I'm going to do today is walk up all of the bike tracks that I didn't do the other week. Explore where they go and see if there's any shortcuts. Should be good. I don't know how long it's going to be, but at least it'll show where everything is. That's the road going that way if you want to go the roadway. It takes a bit of time to go down that way. I think that the bike tracks are a little bit quicker. They do shortcut a little bit, but I guess we'll see how we go. There's been a few bikes up here. There's some new tyre tracks around. And to be honest, it's a little bit more interesting walking along one of these tracks than just malingering along a dirt road. So we're at our first little intersection here. You come out of the gully over the hill on this, I guess, main part, and you end up coming to this little area here where it's like a bit of a fork. You just keep going straight. If you go to the left, if you go to the right, that little track there leads you back into the gully where you just come from. So yeah, just keep going straight, don't turn right. Because that little track isn't on the map. So just follow what the map says and you'll be okay. The track double back on it itself a fair bit. If I can get my words going all right, it'd be good. But yeah, you could cut across, but not if you want to go uphill pretty steeply. If you're walking down, I suppose, on the opposite direction and you knew where you were going, you just cut across. Here's another little fork track that goes off to the left. That's not on the map. I'll just have a quick look. These things are all over the place in here. This isn't part of the track that I want to be on, but looks like it's pretty well formed through here. So yeah, I'll have a look. Just come through that way. We're still going up, probably about 500 meters off the main track, but then all of a sudden we've come to a little area It's almost like a grass tree grotto. Probably exaggerating it a bit, but the smell is unbelievable. It smells so fresh. Someone obviously didn't like the spikes coming out, so they gave it a little bit of a trim. Oh, wow. The only thing through these tracks is you got little spider webs that go across, so maybe you need a little stick or something just to get rid of them. Forecast is for 20 degrees today with a little bit of light wind. There is a little bit of light wind and it's probably about 12 now. But what I might do is I might start a recording and head back the way I came, just so I can get that first part of the track, because I think by looking at the map, I reckon it joins up to where I'm going to be going. If not, have to do it another day, I guess. Now there is a view. That's the western side of the Lerderberg State Park over there, the big one. But gee, this is nice. We're just in amongst the grass trees at the moment. Everything around us is pretty small, only maybe trees are only 10 foot tall up here. So I've got the track marker going, and we'll record it all the way back to the main path. So at least if someone wants to see the grass trees, there's a little bit of a map for them to follow. Not that you can get lost. It's a pretty well defined track here. So we've been walking along that main track for a while, around the hill that we went up to the top of with the grass trees. Doubles back on itself a couple of times, but it's probably well, it is heaps better than walking the road. A lot more interesting. You go past a really nice gully and you get to this little spot here, whereas if you remember in the last video is where the shortcut is back to the road. So probably just, I don't know, 50 metres up there is the road. And if you miss that one, there is another one just up here that I actually took by mistake the last time I was down here. So this part of the track here I've already done, and I've shown you a bit of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get to the spot. There's another branch down here further that goes to the road again. I'm I'm going to take that, go to the road, and then that links up with another track that I haven't done. Well, we're here, a little turn in the track. I'm going to take my own advice from my last hike, and I'm turning left on where my marker is, and here's the track right here. Look at that, not even 10 metres away. I just took the second of the shortcuts that I suggested in the last video. Actually, this one was probably 100 metres before I marked it. It wasn't that much more of an effort. We're about to come up to the intersection, I think, of the track that I did last time, and we don't turn left and we just keep going straight. We keep to the right, and that'll be on track that hasn't been done before, by me anyway. Most of it I did through here the other week, except in the opposite direction. Now I have to check that tree. I can't remember seeing it, but it was obviously there. So, last time we came out of there, and there's another track there too, and walked down that way. So this time I'm going straight. Onto some unexplored stuff. Yeah, good. Drop in. The walk's pretty easy as long as you stick to the map. Yeah, I think I said it, it's a good beginner practice. It doesn't take you too far out of your comfort zone at all. There's no steep up hills, there's no climbing. Most of the track is pretty much what you can see here. It's just flat. A little bit's chopped up by the bikes, but maybe 20% is like that. And this one obviously hasn't been gone down for a while because of that tree laying across it, so this one's even better. A couple of galahs up in the tree there. Very nice. And they're off. Not very far though. Oh, lots of old dead trees everywhere. Even still standing, a couple of them. What are they here for? Couple of them here. Oh, there's another one. Another one. Okay. So that there is the road. Obviously, that's where we came down last week. I remember saying, oh, there's a track that goes that way, and that's one we were just on. Now I'm just going to have a bit of a look and check out where I want to be, whether I want to go up that hill or not. At some stage I have to go up a hill, but whether I want to go up there or whether I want to go back down this track and back to where I took the right hand side instead of going up left. Well, no, this is exactly where I want to be. Just up the top of this, there's another turn off to the left, and it's part of the track that I haven't done before. So at some stage I knew I had to come back onto a road. I just thought it was up a little bit further. I haven't been following a map. I don't look at it all the time. So I wonder if that's it. Doesn't seem far enough up the hill, to be honest, but I'll have a look. So here's the entry to the track that we want, just up and over the hill a bit after we come out of that gully, a couple hundred metres down the road. And yeah, we're going to turn left up here and see what we get. This track is right next to the road in some spots, but yeah, you could either do it that way and get to here or walk along the track. Not a hard walk, it's quite good actually. Not too steep, not too rocky. Well, in some spots it is a bit rocky going up the hills, but yeah. Thing is, you can see the road from the track, but you can't see the track from the road. So unless you put a marker in certain spots, yep, fine. And I'll probably put a marker here so that I know where this track is closest to the road, because it doesn't really go any more than 100 metres away from it, but this is probably the closest part. And we're going to head up that way, and at some stage we're going to end up the top of the hill. And personally, I reckon there might be a track that runs along it, because every other hill there has been. And if there is, I'm going to head down and see where we end up. Walked into this big clearing with a whole heap of gravel piles. Kind of don't look like anything to do with mining in this part, but it could be. I'll have a bit of an explore and see what we got. Sure why you'd have anything like this out in the middle of nothing. They weren't using it as some sort of mine or prospect, but be a bit careful walking around here. You never know. could be shafts that have been closed over. Definitely looks like mining piles of their waste rock, but yeah, I don't see any evidence of any shafts anyway. They definitely have scraped the top. Might not even be mining, you know. There was apparently some army activity up here, and it could just be that they wanted that area as a camp and just push the rock out of the way. It's kind of what it looks like. But yeah. Probably a good spot for a little rest. But I got a little bit of way to go before I get to the spot that I want to be at. Have a look at the size of these things. They're by far a couple of the biggest grass trees I've seen out here. Without doubt the biggest. Easily 7 foot high maybe. Right now I've got the camera as high as I can hold it above my head, and it's only just at the top of the actual tree where there's, well, I guess you call them leaves start. Wow, that's cool. There's a few of them here, but not. Well, I'm off track a little bit, and nothing happens down here. There's no other tracks, but we've got a little fireplace there, so obviously someone's been here. Well, we're nearly at the intersection of where the two tracks meet. So where they do link up, when we were on it a week or so ago, you go straight into the, instead of turning right, so sorry, left. So we're just going to pop out of the intersection just down here a bit, and then I'll decide what I'm going to do, because pretty much got an all day one out here today. Whether I go back and go up over that hill again, or whether I go down into the valley. Because I know exactly where I am, or whether I just stay here for a bit and have me break. Right, this might be the go. Have me break down here. Yep, lovely. Well, you may or may not remember, there's a little intersection, a little Y section up there that instead of staying right, we went left over the little creek there and up through here and went that way. Well, the track that we just come out of is there, straight up through here. You come out of the hills and into a clearing in between all these trees. And what an amazing spot that if you walk that, it's taken me, I have stopped a little bit, but I got here at 8:30, it's probably now 11:30. So it's taken me 3 hours to get here. Yeah. You know, if there was a group of people, perfect spot for a picnic. No big trees, it's all soft. And the walking's not too hard. And if you keep heading out that way, you're back on the track and up around the hill and on the one I did in the last video. So yeah, how good's that? Nice and easy. Interesting enough to enjoy. Pretty much stay off the road 90% of the time, and you end up in a nice clearing. So yeah, I think it's time for a break. So I got a crap load of stuff in me pack today. Oh, I know I got about four and a bit litres of water, plus a tent, plus a ground sheet, plus a tarp, plus some cord. So I'm going to put that up just here, just near the track, and yeah, that'll be the first time. A couple of trees not too far apart. I'm only going to use a tarp as a shelter. I'm not going to use it for anything else, and we'll see how we go. Time for a cuppa, something to eat. Got my kettle going. I think that's a prusik knot. Use that with a little branch acting like a toggle just to hold the tarp up, and pull it as tight as you can get it, which it is. I've got a little toggle looped around itself, and that's tight as on the tree. Ground looks soft, but gee whiz, it's hard underneath. Getting those pegs in. Yeah, tent's not bad. I'll get better at it. Looks like there's plenty of room in it. Haven't been in it yet, so there's another prusik holding that tarp. Tarp was only what, 2.5 by 2.5. It really needs to be 3 by 3 at least, I think. Spare one on here. It's not going to move anywhere. Well, it will, but it needs to be a smaller cord. But yeah, that's not moving, but you can easily just pull it across. And I've got a bit of a hitch here. So yeah, it's fairly tight. Not as tight, not super duper tight, but it's not going anywhere. It's a little cheap tarp. It's a Tyvek ground sheet. It's been washed 4 or 5 times, and once you do that, it's just like a normal tarp. It's not crunchy anymore, it's soft. And I got my Nemo up. Haven't put the fly up. Bit too much of a pain with the tarp there, and I haven't done it before, so I'm not going to really worry about it, but I'll do that another time. Probably do it at home just to get it down, but that was pretty easy to put up. It took 5 minutes. Yeah, not bad. And the area that we're sitting in, I'll sit here for about an hour, have a little break, get my shoes off, and yeah, have a cuppa, something to eat, then wander on out. Just to tell you what, some of the noises even during the day out here is weird. It sounded like a tree was cracking before, just about to fall over. Good thing I'm away from those big ones. Anyway, I'm going to have my cuppa. Well, here I am having a bugless relax. There's a few blowies out here, but yeah. Little bit of a show of a couple of currawongs chasing a hawk, flying by. Haven't got this perfect, but I can see once I do it's going to be a ripper. Oh yeah, it's nice. Had a coffee, had something to eat. Now I'll just chill for 20 minutes and then I'll pack up. Yeah, just about packed everything up. Stayed here for a bit longer actually. It was quite good, relaxing. I reckon I had a bit of a snooze for 20 or 30 minutes. And now we're just going to pull the ridge line down. Move those across a bit. Get them all at one end. And it should be almost a one-handed. That's one. That's the other. And down it comes. And I had that pretty tight. And then all I've got to do is just, I can show you here. All I've got to do is pull that. Bang, done. And this, there's me prussics up there. One of them's a bit, how's your father, but just got to undo that. And there we are, ridgeline down. Beautiful. Well, time for me to walk out of here. That was good. Pretty much that's what I wanted to do, explore the new tracks that I hadn't been on and put that tent up, get the ridge line, figure out the knots, and yeah, worked really well. So nothing's left, which is good. Had a coffee, had something to eat, and the rest of it's going to be a walk out the way I did in the last video. So I'm not going to bore you with all the crap about what it is and blah blah blah. Just to say that honestly, this walk, actually what I will do is I'll try something different. I'll get a bit flash and put a link to the section of the video if I can of where I am in this track here in the last one. But if you're a beginner and you've got a new map system or a pretty good map system, yeah, it's a great track. And then you come down here and you can have a little picnic, and you can either go back the way you come, you can go over the little creek and go back up the road all the way, or you can go out the way I'm going to go out here, which is back around the bike track and all that sort of jazz. So yeah, out of 10 this would be a 10 really, for someone that's just getting into it. Even a group of people, nice relaxing little walk, good little explore around places. Not really any views, any scenery. You can see it through the mountains when you get up on the top. There's a lot of trees around that block it. But yeah, anyway, Hope you enjoyed. Next time I'll figure out the fly. I'll have to figure it out when I get home. Decided to go along the road, and I'm glad I did. So I just found myself a little echidna. It's alright, mate. He's buried himself under there. Yeah, there you go. Beautiful little thing. Alright, mate, don't worry. I'm not coming any closer. Yeah, you wouldn't want one of them spines in your bum, would you? That's cool. It's the first one of them I've seen out here. Anyway, yeah, decided to go along the road. That way I can just put in neutral and cruise. No worrying where other tracks are and this and that, even though I've been there before. Hills are a little bit more painful. Now if you don't like hills, don't come out via the road. That's a long one and it's pretty steep too. Yeah, the other way is a bit easier. The bikies have tended to go around the sides of the hills, not straight up them. Well, just about done here. It was good walking on the road because I saw the echidna, but other than that, I wouldn't bother. The bike track's a lot easier. I actually think it's shorter and is a little bit more interesting. The hills on this road are ridiculous, some of them. Whereas on the bike track, they go around the gullies and skirt around the top of the hill. It's a lot nicer walk. But anyway, if you want to give it a go on the road, do it. If not, don't. That'll do it for this one. The only thing I've got left to do on this track is that little offshoot that went up the hill with all those grass trees. So that'll be for another day, and I'll come back out and I'll film that, see where it goes. Who knows, it's not on the map, so it's a good explore. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take care of yourself, and we'll see you later.